one of my favorite series. I've actually done presentations just on this series. Did one here last year. So we'll cover both types, except for the 1916. So here's a 17 type 1 full head. One of the diagnostics, so you know, because I just had an article in the Numismatics, the NA magazine, that the diagnostic for telling a very well-worn 16 quarter from a 17 quarter is that if you look at the head, behind the hair, there are two little branches of the hair, one thin, one thick, okay? On a 16, regardless of the stripe, a thinner wisp, whatever you call it, is absent. So it looks like she only has one curl coming out from the back, regardless of the grade of the coin. That's one of the easy diagnostics to tell a 16 from a 17. These are the places of weak stripes and first places of wear. Lower left rivets on the shield, the thigh above the knee, or actually just above the knee, and the toes. So now that second strand of hair is more obvious. Here's a type 2 and 8. Again, same places. You could have a full head, but the shield could be weak. So you have to take everything into account because all these different parts of the coin, here's a fairly small coin with a very intricate design, and every piece of that design was competing for metal during striking. So here's a type 1 full head. Type 2, now this is not full head, so this is an estimate, and the head's fairly flat. But again, luster versus wear, full luster, absolutely full luster on the BU coin. There's a type 1 66 full head, little mark there on the far right, reverse. Type 2 MS66 full head. There are more tiny contact marks buried in the folds of the skirt and on the leg. Type 2 5, head's getting kind of flat. This is a pretty nice one, but now we're seeing more marks. Definitely more contact marks in the lower part of the coin. So there's a type 2 full head. It's also an estimate. Pretty nice. Type 2 full head, 63. They call this MS62. So now I'm showing you reverse. This is a severely undergraded coin. No way is this an MS62. It doesn't have the contact marks. It has incredible rainbow toning that actually showed up in the photograph. And it didn't get an MS62 price. That's more of a MS64 plus price. Really, really. So the market recognized this coin for what it was, in spite of what the holder said it was. It's really a nice coin. So now this, compared to that, that's an MS62. We're definitely seeing more contact marks throughout the coin. So this is an MS61, full head. So now we see problems. We're starting to see carbon spots. So it may not be contact marks. It may be storage issues, luster issues. This is a gorgeous, so you can find a full head in type 1. It's also the D-mint, and the shield is fully struck. But we're starting to see right at the knee, and just above the knee, the slightest bit of rub. The knee hasn't gone flat. If the knee's flat, it's 5 territory. So these things, they wore out so fast, they never had a chance, really. So here's a type 2 full head. Same thing, there's a little bit of rub on the chainmail breast, and also a little bit of right around the knee. So here's a 5. So now you're seeing the knee starting to flatten out just a little bit. So this is what I typically see in a 58 holder, and it's a 5. There's a type 2 and 5, a little bit more obvious on this one. And a 3, more again. and a 50. So now we compare, one second, compare the 50 to the 58. It's like night and day. It would be priced accordingly. So don't expect to get a 50 for a 58 price. It's not going to happen. I mean, get a 58 for a 50 price. Type 2, this is an S. So compare the S 50 to 58.